Very happy, beautiful Sunday here from Dublin, Ireland. Well, it's actually raining. Keith here from Come On The Hoops. If this is your first time coming across the channel, like and subscribe below would be appreciated. Celtic fans have been asking me the question on my podcast the last couple of days. What's going on, Kieran Tierney? Would you take Jota back? What's happening with Greg Taylor? What's happening with Stephen Welch? What's happening with getting another striker in? What's going on with getting defensive midfielder? All them type of questions are getting thrown at me. And I don't blame you. At the end of the day, we're in a transfer window. We're day 5 into it. There's no need for panic. There's no need to panic buy. There's no need to panic sell. It's all about getting the right structure, getting the right players, clearing out the wage bill for better players that will contribute. And we're going to talk about Kieran Tierney first of all. He was in the matchday squad yesterday against Brighton away. He did not feature. He was on the bench, so that's good news regards to his fitness. His last game was 2 weeks ago against Crystal Palace in the Carabao Cup, which he played 69 minutes. So I could see this moving. Fabrizio Romero discussed it on Friday. Stephen McGowan, the Daily Mail, discussed it. Sky Sports, Anthony Joseph tweet about it. It's not clickbait. This will happen. It will be a loan move with, at the end of the season, a 3-year deal is reportedly going to be offered to Kieran Tierney. He's on 120 grand a week. He won't be on that at Celtic, probably around 30,000, to be honest with you. He's an invincible. He's a treble winner. This whole bullshit from fans that are like, oh, he left because of the money. He wanted to leave the club. I done a video on my YouTube channel, and he says it on the video to Daryl Curry and Chris Sutton that the right move came in and suited all parties. He did not want to leave Celtic. Peter Lawwell and the board accepted that 25 million. So if you hold that cold bitterness towards him because he left to go to play one of the biggest leagues in the world and triple his wages, leave him be. He done everything at Celtic from the age of 7 up to 21. It's his career. He gave us a lot of service. Move on from it. If he's coming back to make a statement and be stronger and get back from all this injury record, leave him be. Simple as. I just hate this crap when people are literally judging him, saying he jumped ship quick as he could. There's 3 bids put in. So we'll see what happens with Tierney on the next couple of days. I can see this moving. Greg Taylor, we all want to know what's going on with Greg Boy. 27 years of age. There's been reports that Croatian champions Dinamo Zagreb want him. He's free now to talk to any clubs he wants with 6 years or 6 months left in his contract. So he's played for Celtic for 6 years. 197 games for the club, 9 trophies, and this is a case where there has been a U-turn on this story over the last 12 to 13 hours. Reports closer to home saying that Taylor is willing to stay at Celtic until the end of the season and fight for his place. And maybe there will be a talk of a new contract at the end of the season. Maybe we have to re-sign him on a new deal. I've heard so many rumours, so much speculation that he wants a bigger salary. That's the reason why he's listening to other clubs. And I completely understand that if that's true. He has a baby on the way. He's got to think of his family. And if he's not guaranteed first team football, as I said this already, you gotta think of yourself here. You have to be selfish in this perspective. You move on. He's given us a great time at Celtic. And I know some fans yesterday I've seen on social media were like, he's not good enough to play for the Celtic shorts. Some of you feel like that. Some of you feel like he's just a squad player like myself. And some of you think that he's a grafter. We all have different opinions on Greg Taylor. But what I will say is, in the nice, kindest way I could say, if he does leave in this window, I wish him the very best. And I'm grateful for what he's done. Simple as. We will see Greg Taylor's whole transfer and potential exit linger on during this window, I think, to be honest with you. I know Dinamo Zagreb want him, but there's reports that he doesn't want to go to Croatia, he doesn't want to play in Croatia. I don't know if it's just a case that his missus sat down and said, well, okay, we have a baby on the way, it's beautiful, sunshine over there, but do you really want to go over there? You're not guaranteed you're going to win a trophy, like the third in the Croatian league at the moment. So yeah, they've done all right in the Champions League. Celtic played them. He played over in that stadium, so he has a taste for it. We'll see what happens. Regards to, we are linked with a new goalkeeper because Kasper Schmeichel is in his last 6 months of his deal. He signed a 1-year deal with an option to extend, And there's been a couple of reports, the likes of Football Insider have came out and said that Celtic are in talks with Manchester United. Turkish number 2, Alty Bayindir. Now, Alty Bayindir, 26 years of age. He's played 3 games for Manchester United this season and he's conceded 6 goals. His wages is 35,000 at Manchester United. I've discussed this guy on the channel last summer. He's not a bad keeper. Very tall. He's played for his national team a couple of times as well. He's obviously experienced playing in the Turkish league. He has Europa League and Champions League experience in there for Fenerbahce. It won't be a bad pick, but I think we'll all prefer Kasper. We'll all prefer Kasper. Look, we bring Salo in last summer as well to obviously learn the graft, get used to the culture, get used to the stadium, get used to the fans, get used to this whole winning mentality. So I think if Kasper was to go in the summer, you bring this guy in and keep Salo and the ropes. But I'd rather keep Kasper for another year. Let's be honest, he's been sensational. He's already has 16 clean sheets for Celtic this season in all competitions. So let's see what happens with this. This guy is not directly linked with us in this transfer window, but I will talk about him on the channel because people keep asking me about Lennon Miller, 18-year-old Motherwell midfielder. He's captain Motherwell a couple of times. Promising perspective. Looks like he's the future of Scottish football. Looks like he could be the highest transfer fee between Scottish clubs, taking over Scott Brown in 2007 from Celtic to Hibs. I think this will happen. Well, Hibs to Celtic. 5.3 million, not in this window though, because he's out with an injury for the next 2 months. Lennon Miller, Motherwell, I think they'd be looking for around 5.3 million for the 18-year-old. And my honest verdict on Lennon Miller is I would listen to offers in the summer for HATATE, and I'd bring Lennon Miller in to replace HATATE. I know it's a bold statement. I understand a lot of people love Rio, but I generally feel HATATE is past it. He's completely past it. I know some people might say in the video, what about Tierney? Tierney's past it. Tierney has the hunger. Tierney's a Celtic fan. He knows what the story is. He's going to play for Brendan. He's worked under Brendan. I just feel like we're not even getting even 70% of HATATE these days. A couple of goals this season, yeah, Batadri against Motherwell, but he's not the same player under Brendan than he was with Ange. And I feel like HATATE, time to move him on this summer. I know he's a couple of years left in his deal, but I'd move him on and bring Lennon Miller in. I think it's be an ideal show. The next one's Jota. Look, there's been no official approach from Celtic regards to Jota. He's been frozen out of the Rennes squad. They played the other night against Nice. They got beaten 3-2 on Friday night. Wasn't even in the matchday squad. He's played 10 games for Rennes since he joined on transfer deadline day from El Etihad for £8 million. Or €8 million, sorry. Is there going to be a case where Jota will be on the transfer list in this month? Reports from France saying that Rennes are willing to listen to offers from him. I would take Jota back. I've said already. If Lewis Palma goes to Genoa, which Patrick Vieira has came out and said, who is the Genoa manager now, he's a fan of Lewis Palma. There's 5 clubs that are interested in Lewis Palma at the moment. 2 MLS clubs. There's a La Liga club in there. There's a Serie A club. And then there's Olympiacos as well. If there's any leeway getting a midfielder in, attacking midfielder, preferably one that plays on the left flank, which is, we're looking at Royal Antwerp's left winger, Balikwisha, who only, he was injured for 3 months. He's been capped for Belgium under 21s. This is a guy who's 23 years of age, and Royal Antwerp will listen to offers around 6 million quid from him. If we can't get Jota, I'd take this guy, Balikwisha. I think with Jota, the grass wasn't green on the other side. It was a career-changing move. It was mad wages to go to Saudi Arabia. And yes, some fans hold that against him because he chased the money. As I keep saying to Celtic fans, as much as we love the club, players come and go. It's a business. It's their careers. It's not our careers. They have to think about themselves. They got to think about what's after football. I know footballers talk about all the time how what they've left to do after football. I know Jota's quite young. He's 25 years of age. I would take Jota back on loan and maybe talk to Rennes in the summer. if it's possible. But there's no official approach in Celtic. There's been no sources there. It's just me talking about it from a fan's perspective, because I see a lot of people talking about it on social media. Take Jota back, take Tierney back. It's like a dream to some fans, but we'll see what happens. So that's really it for me today. There's been no more development in regards to Stephen Welch and KV Mechelen. Dane Murray's back from Queen's Park. He's been recalled. Regards to Taylor, we'll see what happens with Taylor. Tierney, hopefully in the next couple of days. PALMA, Celtic might listen to offers closer in the window, closer towards the end of the window. We'll see. Lennon Miller, not this window because he's injured. And as I said, maybe replace HATATE with Lennon Miller in the summer. Time will tell. HATATE might come to form and be absolute class, but I just feel he's far away from it at the moment. So do subscribe to the channel. I'll speak to you all soon, and enjoy the game as well. We will win today. I'm going to go 4-0. Hell.